Welcome back to the Daily Sip at 3:30. I'm Walter Racing. We're downtown at the two museums again. We're in the History Museum right now with Kate Eady. Kate, what do you got for us today?
So today we're going to talk about the USS Mississippi silver and then go into care of silver. So this USS Mississippi silver, this is actually a few of our collection of 62 pieces that were created in 1909 for the second USS Mississippi. And so it was likely used for when they were doing some sort of political things, meeting with officials, before the days of airplanes, where the ship captains and the crew would be your first face of Americas. So you have your fancy silver that was actually purchased by the state to furnish this federal ship.
And you say this was the second USS Mississippi. So I had no idea. Well, I knew there was one. I didn't know there were more than one.
There are actually 5.
Oh, my. Okay.
And the current USS Mississippi is actually a submarine that's still in commission. And that one actually I found related to me because I'm from Connecticut, and it was actually created at Electric Boat that's in Groton, Connecticut.
Wow, okay.
So I find that interesting. But it's in this case altogether mainly because it's focusing all the USS Mississippi silver things, but also to keep it from tarnishing. As everyone knows, your silver will tarnish and you will have to constantly polish them. Well, constantly polishing them is not a good thing. And so this is not an accessioned piece. This is just something that I have as a creation. A lot of silver is actually silver plate.
Okay.
And so if you keep on polishing it, and this is a good example, is you're going to polish down to the copper. And so you don't want to do that, nor do you want to actually shovel your silver into some sort of bath to strip all that tarnish off, because the tarnish in all of the carvings actually lets you see what was there. And so all of our silver is actually very meticulously polished with a silver polishing compound. That is a little hard to get for the public. And then it's kept in this case with what we call pollution scavengers. So it's actually sulfur in the air that causes your silver to tarnish. And so if you look really carefully, you can see little packets in a little silver case that's behind everything. And that is our silver pollution scavengers that we have for these cases.
That same kind of stuff that comes in your little fabric packet.
Similar.
And,
so that,
silica, do not eat.
So that's similar. So that is silica gel. And we do use silica gel. Silica gel actually controls the humidity. And so a lot of our cases do have that because you want a constant humidity to not cause things. This is actually potassium permanganate, and it will absorb the sulfur and other environmental things that we don't want. But it's mainly the sulfur that's causing this tarnish.
Okay, that is the, now what's the age of this silver? How old is it?
1909.
1909, okay.
Correct.
So a little over 100 years old.
Exactly. And so things that I recommend for people, my favorite are always just these Jeweler's Rouge polishing cloths. My second favorite are these. They're called Cape Cod polishing cloths, and they smell like vanilla, but they leave a anti-tarnish behind, so it'll help prevent your things from tarnishing. And then the third is using some sort of silver polish. So you do it slowly by hand. You're making sure nothing is fading. You're really preventing damage from occurring. And then it's storage. Most people do not want to buy all of this potassium permanganate
hermetically sealed case there.
Hermetically sealed. And so the things that we also use are these anti-tarnish strips. So again, it absorbs those pollution materials. They're not as active as that one. Or you can store them if you're not using them at all. So your fine silver that you're using for Thanksgiving, like we do in my family, you can store them in these. These are called corrosion intercept bags. Or they sell this cloth called Pacific silver cloth, Pacific like the ocean, that you can sew into bags or you can wrap your silver in, and that will all prevent that tarnish from happening and really prolong the life of your silver.
So the best, even if it's tarnished, if you're not using it, it's best to just kind of leave it tarnished until...
The less that you polish it, the better. Because again, although silver can be polished, unlike most of your other metals, you are removing very, very minute microscopic levels of silver each time that you polish. So the less polishing, the better. Again, that's why you want to store them in bags like this. You're really preventing that tarnish from building and preventing how many times you are polishing your silver.
So maybe we should run this story around Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
So you know what to do to polish your silver before you invite me over. I don't need a whole lot. So, hey, watching the Daily Sip. We're coming right back.